guys, so Savannah and I are back today to talk about lice. So I was going back and forth on whether I wanted to do a video about this and talk about it. First I was like, no way, we'll just keep that private. But I decided, let's talk about it. It's really not anything to be ashamed of. I mean, I know some people are embarrassed, but the more that I've read about it, it has absolutely nothing to do with personal hygiene, the cleanliness of your home, any of those things. Let's just get right into it. Savannah came down with lice on Friday.
I was itching my head like crazy. I'm like,
yeah, you were. First of all, I've never had to deal with this. She's never had it. Charlotte's never had it. I never had it as a kid. My sister never had it.
Of course, my little sister never had lice because she's very crazy.
Savannah's been out of school, which is another crazy thing. She's been out of school for, it was almost 2 weeks because of the hurricane. We live in Southwest Florida and we had Hurricane Irma and all of that. So she was out of school, which is really weird because that's normally where kids pick it up. I haven't been going to the gym, so she hasn't been in the gym daycare. Friday morning, we met some friends out at open gym. And after the open gym, we went to Chick-fil-A to have lunch.
Yes.
And as we were at Chick-fil-A, Savannah, I just noticed she was just itching more and more, and got to the point where her hair was just kind of like getting all like matted, and you know, it was like a rat's nest on top of her head because she was itching it so bad. And I remember I just kind of like peeked in her hair like this, just looked really quick, and I saw what looked like spots of dandruff. So we left, came home. I took her outside so I could look like in the natural light, the best light outside, to really see what was going on in her head. And when I looked, oh my gosh, I was in shock at what was going on her head. I don't know if I saw anything moving. I thought maybe I did, but what I saw mostly was the little white things all over her hair, like on every strand.
Just calm down, the girl. Calm down, the girl.
Which I now know are the nits, the eggs. So I was kind of freaking out, and I called my friend Fawn, and I was like, oh my god, I think Savannah has lice, and I'm freaking out, I don't know what to do. She had an experience with it before, so she kind of knew a little bit and kind of calmed me down a little bit, and it's very common and you can get it taken care of. I called Shane. Shane was at work. I told him what was going on. He was able to leave work early, and he stopped at Walgreens and picked up the treatment kit. So right away I just got her in the shower and I just started scrubbing her head, and I knew that the regular shampoo wouldn't kill them, but I still that's all I could do at that time. He wasn't home yet, so I just started scrubbing her head like I've never scrubbed it before. I just started combing through it, and as I was doing that and combing and rinsing with the water, I could see them coming out. It was like these little tan things like going out down her back. I mean, the ick factor here is just so off the charts. I mean, I hate it for her. She's the one who had to deal with it, but just thinking about the fact that my child has bugs crawling on her head, I mean, it's just so disgusting. So Shane came home and he bought the Rid kit. I'll put a picture right over here. You get the spray, so you can spray any of your non-washable stuff. You get the treatment,
And number one, do not be freaking out.
And you didn't freak out. You were awesome. And then it comes with the comb, the knit comb. I got home at like 1 o'clock from Chick-fil-A. I had to be to work at 5, so right up until I had to be to work, we were working on her, trying to get all the bedding and everything washed and all that stuff taken care of.
Until I did not.
And I do have to say, throughout this whole thing, she was so amazing. I understand, like, as a parent, you're not supposed to freak out because that'll upset your child more, but I was kind of freaking out. I mean, I've just never had to deal with this before, and just the thought of bugs being on her head was really creepy. But she was so good. She never cried. She never freaked out. I mean, what did you think when all this was happening? You were just trying to stay calm?
Yeah, I was trying to, because it said step 1, do not freak out.
Her hair is actually wet right now. Did Daddy do the last treatment on you? Did he do or did he just give you a shower?
He didn't just give me a shower. He did the like spray and then the comb, and then he gave me a bath.
Oh, he did? Okay. Did the treatment kind of burn your head when we first did it?
Mm-hmm.
Did it burn a little bit?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when we first put the treatment on, you have to really massage it into their scalp. I think it started to irritate and like burn her scalp a little bit. She's just, you know, obviously not used to that. So we just distracted her and started talking about other things, and she did pretty good with that. So after the first treatment, and then you have to comb through. I mean, just the scrubbing alone doesn't get all of those nits off. Like, you have to go through with that fine tooth comb and pick them out, and even the comb doesn't get them all. You have to get them with your fingers. I mean, they are like glued to every strand of her hair. It is the craziest thing I've ever seen before. So I went to work, and Shane gave her another treatment, and he did Charlotte's. That was the other concern. It's so extremely contagious. They share everything. Obviously share a hairbrush, they share a room, so if she had it, Charlotte was definitely going to have it. Now, I didn't see anything on Charlotte's head when I checked, but Shane said when he gave Charlotte the treatment that he could see a few little things going on there.
And she really didn't cry out.
She didn't? Good. That's good. So when I was at work and talking to a friend there, she's like, you got to figure out where she got this from. And I was looking back through the week, and we didn't really do much.
And Maddie, my cousin, she had it.
Yeah, I think a lot of kids have had it. It's really, really common. So I was looking back at the week, and we hadn't really done much of anything. I usually take the kids, you know, out and about and here and there everywhere, and we just had been home a lot. And then I was like, oh my gosh, we went to Jumping Jacks, which is like a bounce house place, exactly a week ago from Friday. The previous Friday, I met a friend there. Kids played for a couple of hours. That was the last public place, like kid-friendly type place that I had her in. And I'm like, oh my God, that's got to be it. And then it made sense because they say that it takes 7 to 10 days for the eggs to hatch. That was exactly 7 days. That had to have been it. And today is Sunday, and it's pretty much all done. Shane just gave her the last treatment, and I just looked through her hair. If I do happen to see one of those little nits, I just pull it out. So we're just going to keep a close eye on it. I'm glad you're not itching, because that had to have been really annoying to your head to be itching like that. So that was our experience with Lice. It was kind of traumatic, probably more so for me than it was for her. I didn't happen to notice that last weekend after Jumping Jacks that she was itching her head. Just didn't think much of it. It's not like she's dirty. I mean, very common misconception is that if you have lice, you know, your kids are dirty, your home is dirty, the kids aren't well taken care of. I think that's what people automatically assume, but it has nothing to do with that. People who know me, you know, obviously our kids are well taken care of, obviously our house is clean, so it has nothing to do with that. I know that a lot of people are a little embarrassed or ashamed to talk about it because that's what people relate it to. Now I'll know what to look for, and if it happens again, you know, if she starts itching and things. Never crossed my mind about lice. Never. So gross. Do you have any last words?
I have last words.
She has last words.
And if you itch your head even more, they're gonna bite you even more and tickle you even more, and it's gonna make you even worse.
Yeah. Okay, so that's it for this video, guys. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Love you.
Bye.